And there you have it. People, I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. So I'm going to have an abbreviated live stream tonight. I hurt myself all weekend long. Just have. So I'm going to kind of take it easy tonight. I ate a lot of peppers this weekend. Silver dollar. So good to see you. I'm good, Silver Dollar. Thank you for asking. Silver Dollar. Dollar Silver, sorry. Chili Phil, good to see you. Thanks for being here. It's been a pod filled, cramp filled, capsaicin filled weekend. So it's going to kind of be a shorter one tonight. I'll probably only go for 30 minutes, but I wanted to kind of hang out with you guys for a little bit. Choo choo, Rob Norton. Thanks for being here. Brandon Guile, yo, 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 much love. Thank you for being here. A lot. I'm so glad it's pod season, you guys. You have no idea. I've missed it. I miss pod season. When pod season, you know, but it's exciting when pods are here. Wes Lightburn, good to see you. If you polled 100 people and said, Wes Lightburn, what instrument does Wes Lightburn play? What would you guess? Wouldn't you say bass? Doesn't that a bass player, Wes Lightburn? I'm sorry. Deion Russell, good to see you. Lance, good to see you. Charles McClellan, good evening. Johnny, the bus driver, and the two other passengers, sit down and enjoy the ride. Dennis, good to see you, man. Full of hope, good to see you. You came on strong, too. Some banger pods to start with. Yeah, you know what? It was just my tolerance is low. And I'm trying to get back up quickly because I love the taste of peppers and I love what I do. But you did the video with Reaper Revenge, Chili Phil. Well done. I hope it went well. Bizzle 636, good to see you. Yeah, I cramped. I've cramped all weekend. Yeah, Lance, I'm telling you, it's a bass player. Conky Dong, good to see you. Travis W, Greg F, good to see you. Thanks for being here, man. Look at this. The boat stops. They all come on the bus. I love it. Adam Morales, good to see you. Sax, I can see Wes. Yeah, it's a good sax name. Wes Lightburn on the sax. Totally. Ty Drizzle, good to see you, man. I love you. I am the Noise Opera. Good to see you, man. Swiss Vapor, good to see you. Cultivate Kindness. Hey, it's my first time. Came from the lifeboat. Cultivate Kindness. You landed in a good spot. Very similar vibe here. Real deal. Good to see you. And thanks for giving us a shot here. Tommy Scoville. I love you, man. Full of hope. Gifted 5 Chase Heat memberships. Goodness gracious. Please don't do that again, though. You're too generous. Just kind of chill out and watch. I'll smile for you. You're awfully sweet, full of hope. Ryan, do you ever completely rebuild your tolerance? Do you ever have to? No. The closest I've come since I've really dived into it, the closest I've come is just when pod season ends and it drops, but I pretty much just eat hot stuff all the time. Travis W., what is the significance of the 7-pot Primo in the logo? I'm very, very good friends with Troy Primo. He's just a really great friend of mine, and I love him. I'm very close with the guy, and I wanted to make that the logo because it's a beautiful pepper. So everybody thought it was a Reaper. It's not. It's a 7-pot. And when it came down for me to find a pod for the, I don't know what they call it, the banner or the logo, that pod was actually grown by Troy. He took that picture and sent it to me. He actually used it. If you ever seen the Troy Army or Primo Army green shirt, it's the same pepper. He just cut a cartoon, made a cartoon for his shirt. Boy, I gotta say hi, everybody. Killer Banana, good to see you, man. Travis got his membership from Full of Hope. Awfully sweet of you. Jeremy Bell, good to see you, dude. Charlie and Mary Mullins, good to see you. Outlaw Buddha gifted a membership from Full of Hope. How sweet. Swiss Vapor, my son loves hot peppers. His tolerance is Thai chilies and chocolate boot. Proud dad. Chocolate boot, that's crazy. Chili Phil, the orange habaneros I got are pretty good. I like orange habaneros, man. I still have to do one of those. I was going to do an orange habanero challenge to see how many habaneros it would take to get an endorphin rush. But now that pod season started, it's kind of hard to eat habaneros when they're super hot in the fridge, Troy's a great man, so humble. He really is, real deal. He's a good guy. I appreciate you all being here. It's going to be a shorter night tonight. I've abused myself all weekend. I've been cramping and just burning up all weekend long. So I'm going to kind of wrap it up a little bit early tonight. But I'm going to do this from Drew Verdon. This is their kicking caramel, Cajun pop. A lot of stuff in the ingredients. Let me read them to you. I always miss good stuff when I read the ingredients. Rob Norton, I think orange Hobbs are the most consistent pepper I've had heat-wise. It's a pretty consistent pepper. Certainly a lot more consistent than a jalapeno or a banana pepper. Thank you for being a stand-up man. You and Tommy rock. Thank you, Dion Russell. I'm proud of my brother. He's a good boy. Unchained, good to see you, man. All right. Make sure I don't miss anybody. Doomhead. Hey, Johnny. Will we do a tube of terror? Not tonight, but thanks for being there. And Chris McMenaman. Thanks for being here. All right, so here are the ingredients real quick. Corn syrup, brown sugar, popcorn. There's a lot of sugar in this. Corn oil, butter, which is cream and salt. Odin, good to see you. Dizzy Dragon, good to see you. Charles McClellan, good to see you. Molasses, salt, red pepper, soy lecithin as an emulsifier. Corn oil, beta-carotene for color. Corn oil, DL-alpha, tocopherol, citric acid. Doomhead, my brother got me your tube of terror. It's hot, my friend. Yeah, it is, man. Go easy with those. All right, so Drew is just a stand-up dude. He sent me these. All right, man, you know what? I'm going to throw popcorn all over my place. I can feel it. You ever get a bag that doesn't want to open? All right, dollar silver. So there's this Hell Puffs that I was looking into for next Friday on the Hell Puffs Challenge. I wanted to check it out. They recommend starting off with the first edition before the new challenge. Yeah, I haven't done any of them yet. And now that pod season started, I don't know what I'm going to. What an interesting looking popcorn. They look dirty. Dirty popcorn. The aroma, it's not caramel. I'm smelling caramel like you think you might. I'm not sure, Bizzle. I'll be at the office tomorrow. I'll let you know. Hopefully this week. Rob Norton, and I haven't been in the office in like 3 weeks, but I'll be in the office this week. Adam Rouse, 100 days. That's amazing. 100 days mayo from Booze on Cinco de Mayo. I'm so proud of you, Adam. When you said that on the lifeboat, I just got a rush from hearing it. Thank you. Mr. Ray, good to see you. Tommy can't do the lifeboat tomorrow because hola, salted apricots will be at his house. You wait. We got a surprise for you. I'm not going to tell you now, but we got a surprise for you. Riley Martin, good to see you. Tommy, I had a very rugged night on a tube of terror. Go easy. Yeah, but Tommy's a knucklehead. You know what the problem with Tommy is? He's a Scoville. If it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. And he overdid it. I've got a big bag of Reaper peanuts from Blazin'. Nice, stand for truth. Great popcorn. Great taste, and anybody could eat it. It's not hot. I'm Denora Zappa. Thank you for your super chat, man. You are a generous dude. I love you, man. Ryan, anyone have the Tabasco chocolate in a circular tin? They're not very hot, but they're so good. I haven't seen them in years. I've not. I'll be looking for those. I love Tabasco. Cultivate kindness. What health benefits are there from peppers and stuff? What a great question. I'm so glad you asked. They are so healthy for you. There's so many health benefits. Number one, there's more vitamin C, okay, in a pepper than any pepper, not just a super hot, even a bell pepper, than there is in 3 Florida or California oranges. Amazing vitamin C. Speeds up your metabolism. It's a great fat burner. If you have high levels, it's a great painkiller. They use it for muscle creams, but high levels of capsaicin increase the helps your body produce hormones like serotonin. That helps you deal better with stress and anxiety and depression, and those are triggers for drinking. So I know a million people that got sober really easy, and they can't quite figure out why, but we're all chili heads, huh? So there's a correlation. In fact, I just did a piece with Apple TV about a month ago where I did an interview with them talking about the correlation. And I'm telling you, there is, absolutely is. When you know that serotonin helps you with anxiety, stress, depression, anger, man, if you're trying to put a habit away, what are those things? That drive you right back to what you were doing. So if you have something that helps you deal better with those things, eat it. Drew V, love you, man. Good to see you, man. Those are great. Really, very, very good. Great beer, Johnny. Cultivate kindness. Yeah, you know what? I'm so tired of it. And the mustache, I think I'm going to get it trimmed tomorrow. I go to this barbershop. It's a black barbershop. I'm like the only white dude I've ever seen in there. These are the coolest guys in the whole world. They all know me. And so every time I go in there, we're all talking, and they're just hilarious. One of these days, I keep trying to get one of them to eat something hot, but they won't. One of these days I'm going to. But I haven't been in there since before we started filming this thing I was in, and they haven't seen me. So they keep walking by going, "You going to trim that thing? It's getting long." So I need to. Doomhead, you're a glorious chili head. Thank you for bringing my brother and me on the bus. Thank you for saying that, man, but I'm just a chili head like the rest of us. I just have more people looking at me, that's all. But thank you for saying that. Riley Martin threw up a one. All those ones support 100 days sober. That's so awesome. It's not hot, Drew says. Oh, man. See what's happening? I'm losing all these people. Can't catch up fast enough. I got to read. You know what? I got to put the chat on slow-mo or something. Okay, the Chili Phil says the 3 million lifeboat. I see how you are, Tommy. Whatever, dude. Okay, Chili Phil, on the 3 million Scoville extract on my sore foot helped with the pain, and it lasted all day the next day. Boom. I'm telling you. Zenwen, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Brandon Simpson. No way. Keep your phone in your pocket, bro. Don't do that again. I'm playing with you. You know that. I'm the Noise Opera. Good night to the captain. Thomas Martin. Get some Wicked Reaper Reserve Silver. You're getting something. You need to let me know what you think of it. Monk Searcher. Much love, Captain. Did he ever tell you the Monk story? There's a story. You ever heard Tommy say Monk? No, Monk. There's a story behind that. Did he ever share it with you on the show? I'll have to get him to do that. It's a funny story. I've been thinking about taking cayenne pepper with honey every morning. That's a good thing to do. Cultivate kindness. I mean it. Brandon, come on, dude. Seriously. Please don't do that again, bro. He did that. He gifted 15 memberships the other night. Please, dude. Come on, man. Seriously. Just hang with me, man. For real, please. Jeremy McCormick, good to see you. You know, I want to tell you something. Jeremy Bell, you still in the chat? Jeremy Bell, if you're still in the chat, please say so, because he'll be my witness. He was there that night. About 5 years ago, must have been 4 years ago, I did a live stream. I didn't have anything to eat. I just felt like being live. But I hope Jeremy's here because he'll remember this. Jeremy, you still here, bro? Amy Hickey, good to see you. Anyway, I was doing this, not even eating anything. We're just chilling out and hanging, right? And I feel like such a loser because I can't remember his name. But a really wonderful dude, out of nowhere, donated $200 in Super Chat. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I thanked him a lot, and told him not to do that again. And I'm not kidding you. 15 minutes later, he did it again. $200 more. And then it was I think I was on for 45 minutes. He gave 200 more. And then somebody else gave 200. And they said, the last person said, it's just funny to watch Johnny speechless. I never see him when he isn't able to talk. I logged off because of that. I didn't know what to do. It's not really why I'm on. I love you guys so much. I really do. I don't want to ever come off as an ingrate or someone who's not appreciative because, man, I'm appreciative. And everybody who got a free membership tonight's appreciative. But please just kind of chill out and hang with me. Swiss Vapor, hot peppers in the morning, level up. Exactly. Stephen O'Neill, good to see you, man. Buddha Davis, Tommy shared the monk. Oh, he did share the Mongo story. It's such a funny story. I didn't catch it when he shared that. Connection through memberships, gifts, opposite of addiction. Yeah, you know what? I think that's a big part of why I had an easier time getting sober. One of the things people say is, Tommy says a lot, that the opposite of addiction isn't sobriety, it's connections. And I have a lot of connections. The funniest thing you can do with money is give it away, Rob Norton. It's a pretty cool thing. I've been saying forever, whatever you want more of, give it away. If you want more love, give more love. If you want more respect, give more respect. You want more happiness, give it. You want more money, give it away. Great story about Lord and Taylor. You've heard of the company Lord and Taylor? You should read the story about him and giving. It's amazing. He gives 90% of what he makes, gives it away, 90% of it. I can't believe Jeremy Bell wasn't here to back my story up. It was a crazy night, though. There's that smile, Johnny. Full of hope. There's a funny Johnny or Robert De Niro story. I don't know if you ever heard me tell it. When the movie Taxi Driver came out, I looked like a lot. Like I looked so much like De Niro at that time. It was ridiculous. And I was in a grocery store, in a bank one day. And there's this dude. Hold on a second. I can't find the original. I have a really good picture of me next to De Niro. I looked exactly like him. Anyway, I was in this bank one day, and he's a cop in our town. He looks at me and he's like, "You talking to me?" I hadn't seen the movie yet. He's like, "You talking to me?" I know. I played football with his brothers. You know what I mean? I know the family. We grew up in the same town. I'm like, "No, Brian, I'm not talking to you. You talking to me? You must be talking to me." I hadn't seen the movie, so I'm like waiting to get next to see the teller. I'm like freaking out that he's huge. He's just a monster of a guy. I ran out of the bank like a sissy. I ran home. I said, "Dad, Brian." I almost said his last name. I said, "Brian just tried to beat me up in the bank." He goes, "He's a cop, dude. What are you talking about?" I said, "I swear, he just picked a fight with me in the bank." And my dad thought I was nuts. And I was somewhere else like a month or two later, and the same thing. "You talking to me?" And I was like, "It was exactly what Brian said." And then it was shortly after that, I found the movie, and I was like, I get it. So then every time somebody would say, "You talk," I'd play along with it. But I got that a lot when I was young. Send me a photo, please. Yeah, I'll show you. I have a picture of it here somewhere. I don't know where it is. It just looks like De Niro. Honestly, it looks just like De Niro. I've done up to 2 drops at once. Gonna do at least 5 or 6 tonight, but I still need to eat something or else. Yeah, for sure. I'm getting lab work done, and I have to fast for at least 9 hours. Lab work in the morning, and he's doing tincture tonight. It's my guy right there. Be careful, Alan. Cultivate kindness. Thank you so much for stopping in tonight. I really appreciate you swinging by. I will definitely stop in more, but it's past my bedtime. I know. Thank you for being here. Cultivate kindness. That was kind of you. Cultivating kindness. I love peppers, and I don't have a keyboard. But all right, listen. We're wrapping it up in 10 minutes, so just play nice for the rest of it. Come on, please. Chili Phil, there's a customer that comes in where at work. He looks like Tim Robbins. I call him Shawshank. That'd be cool. Here, let me show you. I couldn't find the De Niro one where I was young, but let me show you. Hang on a minute. This is sort of it. These are all the people. That is me. All right. Here you go. Full of hope. That's me when I was 18. All right, or 19. There's De Niro in the movie, the same time frame. So I just got it everywhere. That's a guy named Corey Hart who sang in the 80s that everybody said it looked like. This guy from System of a Down. I get that all the time. That's UFC coach Greg Jackson. I get that all the time. I get that. John Malkovich. I get that all the time. Chris Maloney. I get that all the time. That guy is Leonard Susskind. He's a physicist. Believe it or not, I get that all the time. And I get that one all the time. But if you want to, here's the thing. Everybody in here, full of hope, Zen Wen, it's G Marty. You all look like somebody else. Here's the deal. Start a YouTube channel. Everybody's going to tell you who you look like. I promise you. That's what happens. You're so handsome, Johnny. It's G Marty. I got to tell you something. My son, Johnny Jr., is a very handsome kid. Handsome sailed a long time ago. I get it. I look like the Mr. Yuck. Like there's the skull and crossbone for the poison that on bottles. It's me. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. What band? Oh, gee, I don't know. I'm not sure. Come on, Buddha. Wear my sunglasses. Exactly, Zen Wen. Exactly. That's great. You look like, I know, I really do cultivate the kindness. And there's probably a few more I get. I was standing, this is a really funny one. I was standing at I was in LaGuardia Airport waiting for my bag, and this dude was standing next to me, this older guy. And I'm on this side. He looks over me. He kind of gives me the side eye. I'm just waiting, looking for my bag. And he goes, he's talking out of the side of his mouth like a cartoon character. He goes, "Are you growing the beard for a movie part?" I didn't know I'm like, "Excuse me?" He goes, "Are you growing the beard for a movie role?" I'm like, he goes, "You John Malkovich?" I said, "No, I'm John Scoville." I shook his hand. It was really funny. But I get it all the time. I don't get De Niro as much now as I did when I was younger, but they told me I looked like, yeah, I get that too, Unchained. Oh, stop, full of hope. You're very sweet. Red, I knew it was the Red Hot. Give it away, give it away. There's a funny joke in there too. How do you know how much a pepper weighs? Or give it away, give it away, give it away now. Stephen O'Neill, Johnny has got to rip it up. Drew V, in a few months, all those people you named will be getting asked if they're Johnny Scoville. Nah, hardly. Amy Hakey, hey, there's a Vermont. I love Vermont, man. There are certain places, Amy, if you go and you say my name, you'll hear some stories. For real. Mr. Wheelchair Preacher, good to see you, man. Running to catch the bus. Good to see everybody. Thanks for being here. We're going to be logging off a little bit earlier tonight than normal. I'm only going to go till for another 7 minutes or so. I've just abused myself eating a lot of peppers this weekend, and I'm kind of taking it easy. I have a theory people have phenotypes just like peppers. Well, all a phenotype is the outward appearance of. So to be more broad, humans have a different phenotype than orangutans or chimpanzees. We all have a phenotype. It's just the outward appearance of. But I agree with you. Well, it's funny you say that. Like when Troy and his Kara had a baby. We took a Troy and a Kara, put together, and that it's just like peppers. Think about it. Kind of a funny thing. Some people look the same. You know what? I'll tell you, have you ever done this? This is something that happens to me all the time. I'll be driving somewhere. I'll see a Vermont plate, and I'll pull up next to them. I'll look at them. I'm like, oh, my God, it looks like a Vermonter. Some people from the East, like the Northeast, look like they're from the Northeast. I know that sounds crazy, but I swear to you they do. Tom Broom, good to be here. We're going to be logging off a little bit earlier today. You do not, Bizzle. Cut it out, dude. Definitely do not look like that. James Bushy. Love your content, Johnny. Keep chasing the heat. Peace from Michigan. Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for saying that. Zen Wen, much love. Taking the dog out. Thank you for being here, Zen Wen. Have a great night. Appreciate it. Wyoming tree planter. It was easier for me to grow peppers in Michigan than it was in Wyoming. I can see that. Rob Norton, it is totally true. I love looking like Linda Lizardi. I lied and said I was in signed napkins. That's all right. I mean, I was with a guy. Let me tell you something. One of the producers on the show I'm in looks so much like Dave Portnoy. You know who he is from Barstool? You guys know who he is? A girl walked up to him one day and said, "You're Dave Portnoy." He goes, "No, I'm not." I'm really not. He goes, no, you are. He goes, no, I'm not. I'm really not. She's like arguing with him. Arguing with him, they was. He said, no, he's my wife. He looks so much like him. It's ridiculous. Like way more like him than I look like De Niro. Mike Davidson, good to see you, man. Love the content. Always love Peppers. But 2 years ago, you sparked it even further. That's so cool to hear. Amy Hakey agrees with me about the Vermont looking like Vermonters. It's true. Drew V, people tell me all the time that I have a twin. I tell them, dang, he must be good looking. You want to hear a crazy story about a twin? I'll wrap it up. This is how I'll end the story. When I was in college, I've told the story before. I had a best friend in college, really good guy. Like the first guy that ever told me he loved me. That wasn't my family, and I loved this guy. He was like a really close friend of mine. He was just a really good man. And we were kids, we were in college, and he didn't have any money. And he found a motorcycle he wanted. He didn't have the money. And it was cheap. It was like $125, I think, or something like that. Maybe that was my portion of it. I paid for almost all of it. I think that's what the bike cost. But anyway, when I went to get the bike, I gave the guy the money. He handed me the keys. I gave them to my friend. My friend was dead like 3 days later on that bike that I bought him. And it wrecked me for a lot of years. It really did a number on me mentally. He died on July 1st. He was buried on Tommy's birthday. It was just a brutal, brutal thing. Anyway, fast forward like 20 years. Brandon, man, I thought we talked. We weren't going to do that again, man. Appreciate you, but please don't do that again. I'm going to tell a story really fast now. So fast forward like 15 years. I'm in Texas with my brother. Maybe 10 years. I'm in Texas with my brother. We're in a bar called Larkin's. And I'm sitting here with Tommy. And these guys at a table. There's 2 guys, I think 2 girls at a table. And they're giving me the stink eye. They're staring, keep looking at me like freaked out that they're looking at me. And I'm trying to think exactly how this worked. No, excuse me. It's been a while since I've told the story. I'm sitting with my brother, and at this table, one of the dudes at the table looked exactly like my friend. I mean, exactly like my friend. I had a picture of my friend in my wallet I carried forever, to the point where I kept looking over at him. They kept looking over at me. And at one point, they were like, what's the deal? Why are you looking over? And I walked over, and I bought him a beer, and I just said, hold the picture. I said, I'm not trying to mad dog you. That was my friend. And he died, years ago. And you look just like him. And it was usually if somebody says you look somebody, you can look at the picture and I can see why you would say that, but we really don't look alike. These guys were like, oh my God. Anyway, I went to the bathroom. As I went to the bathroom, the dude followed me in. And when I came, the people at the table were all freaked out. They were looking like they'd seen a ghost. So I couldn't really figure out what the deal was. So I went to the bathroom, and he walked into the bathroom with me. I came out of the stall, and he showed me a picture of a friend of his that had just died in a plane crash like 2 weeks earlier. And it looked just like me. It was the same sort of thing. I'm looking at the picture going, it looked just like me. So they had a guy at their table that looked just like, I had a picture. It looked just like my friend. And I looked just like a friend that they had just died. And I kept in contact with this guy for like a couple of years. I would see him around. Every time I'd see him, he'd walk up and give me a hug and said, you had a great friend. He loves you. It was just a really, really cool thing. And that happened. It was a very strange thing. Anyway, guys, we're almost done. Brandon, you shouldn't have done that. You're awfully kind. I want to thank everybody who's here. Let me say hi to everybody. I'm sure I may have missed some names. I'm so sorry if I did. Amy, Mike Davidson, Charlie Mullins, thank you guys. They may have left already. Zen Wen, Stephen O'Neill, Charles Drew, Dread, thanks for being here. Outlaw Buddha, Buddha Davis, all you guys. Alan McGee, Dread again. Zippo Click, Unchained, Dried, or it's Dread again. I thought it was Dried. I need glasses, you guys. Bizzle606, I love you, man. Chili Phil, Monk Searcher, Doomed Head, Odin, Wes Liper, Full of Hope, turn it up. Odin, thanks for being here. Greg F., you're a rock star. I'm praying for you, man. Stay strong. I'm the Noise Opera, you're awesome. And we're going to end this on some of the nicest words you can listen to. Drew V., I hope everybody has a great night. Remember to hug your loved ones and tell them how you feel, because tomorrow is never promised. Amy Hickey, Mike Davidson, all you guys, love you a lot. Alan McGee, all of you guys, have a great night. Oh, Alan McGee's got a bus pass. How exciting. All right, we're going to wrap it up, guys. I'll be here tomorrow. Mr. Wolf, all you guys, I love you guys a lot. Thanks for being here. Thank you for all the guys that donated. Brandon and Full of Hope. Thank you guys so much. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm Johnny Scoville. This was Chase the